Hi, my name is Angel Facey, and this is for my final in senior seminar. So the first question is reflect on all the assignments that we've done this semester and which one resonated with me the most. And the one that resonated with me the most is probably the personality type, just because like it's good to know yourself and like know what like skills you definitely possess and how to utilize that. Because once you know your skills, then you can start putting it to like work and everything and really start like honing those skills and everything. And so I feel like that's very important to know the type of person you are and matching that up with your life. So that's probably my favorite one. But I also like looking at the I think it was like called like the change makers or whatever. I like looking at those videos because some of it was like very inspiring that like I think I am going down the right path, and so it kind of was like reassuring. So next is to reflect back to my 18-year-old self and what advice would I give to myself and why. So right now I'm 21, so not too far from 18, but I feel like I've grown a lot since then. I've gone through so much, like dang, life chill. And so I've gone through so much, and actually I just came from getting my third and fourth tattoo, and so that's something that I would have never done. Let me show y'all, just because I would have like show y'all. But I have this one, and then I also got this one done from Adventure Time, which is why I'm wearing this shirt. And so that's something I would have never done at 18. And so I think that is leading to my advice that just because you're scared of something past Angel, that shouldn't stop you, because a lot of things in life are super scary, especially with what is going on right now.
But a lot of things in life are super scary, but that should not stop you. And another thing, don't let other people's fears stop you, because every time I would try to do like big things in my life, traveling abroad, going on my first road trip alone, like all these different things, it's like, oh, like there was always people saying like, are you sure you want to do that? That might be scary. Oh, like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if the world ends tomorrow? Like, I feel like you should do what you want as long as it's safe to a certain extent, because everything is going to run a risk. Like, you have a high chance of dying in a car accident, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't drive a car or get in a car.
And so I would just say, like, if you want to do something, don't miss out on it. Don't miss out on opportunities. Do what you want. Do what you please. You're that girl, period. So that's what I would tell my 18-year-old self. And I would tell her that stuff because, like I said, people will try to put your fears on you. And there's some things that I wish I would have done that I didn't end up doing just because I thought it would be too much of a hassle. I thought I'd be scared. But now I'm doing a whole bunch of things that I like always thought I would never do. Like, I got my ears pierced on this side. I'm scared of needles. So that's context. I've got my like 4 tattoos now, which is stuff that I've always been afraid of. And so I'm just like, I love the outcome of it, but I was too stopped by fear to even try to like pull the trigger on it. But now I have, and your girl is eating down. So number 3 is to reflect on blah, blah, blah. INT is not my major, it's my minor, and I haven't even really like technically pulled the trigger on that. I just haven't turned in my paperwork, but I want Africana Studies to be my minor because y'all, look at the tattoo. I gotta show y'all, like, I'm inserted here because that definitely goes hand in hand, because I'm like for the people, power to the people, specifically Black people, Black women, Black men, all my Black people, Africa, Jamaica, Caribbean, all that. I'm all down for the people. So I definitely want to relate that to psychology and represent us in the psychological field, because there's a lot of racism in psychology. There's not enough representation, and there's not enough people who know the context as to why Black people, African people do certain things. And so it may not look like, to a white therapist, it might be like, oh, they might have mental issues. Like, for example, like my mom, she used to come in my room at night. I'm gonna give y'all a little example. She would come in my room at night, I'd be sleeping, and this would be her. So yeah, that would be my mom. She would like come into my room, put anointing oil on us, even before class, like before we leave for high school and stuff like that. And to somebody that might look like, oh, she's crazy, mental illness. But I feel like I've only ever heard of that in a Black household thing. So I just feel like we need people who represent us and know the context of like our issues, our morals, our standards, all of that. And so I feel like that's very important. And so that's why I definitely want to get into Africana Studies, because I want to know the history behind Black people, African people. And so I also just like only African history. Like, that's where the real tea comes from. Like, all the stuff that like links to now is from the past. And so that's why I'm getting Africana Studies, which I think is INT, as my minor. So next, what advice would I give? I would say Personally, I think you should come into college knowing what major you want. And so I would just say don't waste time. And if you don't think that a major is for you, then you need to switch and find the one that is for you. And if it's INT, then that's perfect, because I feel like you can really turn it into whatever career you're trying to get into. And so I do think that it's important that it allows a lot of non-traditional students to come in, a lot of military people to come in and still achieve their dreams. And so I think that's very important. I think all the professors are pretty cool in the history INT department. Like, I think all of them like are pretty nice people. Like, they're not anybody that's like trying to fail you. They'll pretty much work with you. And so I think that I would just say communicate, know what you're trying to get into, and build off of that. So number 5 is very complicated. And I know like you guys are probably not watching all of this, but I'ma talk anyway. What contribution would I like to give to the world?
And so, to be honest, the main effect I want to have on it is my family. I want people to know that, like, I want them to know that I was a good person. I always fought for what I believed in, that I was always there for them, that, like, deep down, they just know that I was always going to ride for them. And so, professionally, I would just like to leave an impact on my clients, to know that I changed their lives or helped make changes in their lives, and that when they look back on me, that I'm not one of those like therapy horror stories. I want somebody who like gave them the truth, but also gave it to it in a way where they wouldn't reject it, and make sure that they were okay all the time to the best of my ability. And I don't really want too much. I don't want to leave too much. Like, if I go down in history, then that's a good thing. But if I don't, I just want to leave an impact mostly on my family.
And just know that I love them and they love me, period. And so what legacy am I creating or continuing? Just basically just being for the people. I do not want to hurt the Black community. I want to add to it as to why we are smart, we're intelligent, we're trendsetters, we're all these different things that everybody wants to copy. And that's what I'm trying to continue. Like, we are the blueprint. And so everybody should know that, because some people like to deny that. And I want to make sure that you know everything that you like came from a Black person, period. My final thoughts, reflecting on my entire journey of completing college and preparing for a new chapter in my life. It's so scary, but I'm so excited to get around people who are like actually want to learn, because I feel like
even in college, like your undergrad, you're finding a lot of people who are just here to party, to get a refund. I'm kind of like that. I want a refund, but to please their parents and everything. And you just find a whole bunch of weird people. Like, this may be odd, like not the answer you were expecting, but there's just so many weird people in college. Especially at MSU, I met a lot of weird people, and I'm just like, are y'all okay? And so I'm hoping, like, please let me never like get in contact with these people again or ever see them. And if they do see me, it's because I'm thriving. But yeah, I'm reflecting on that there's just so many weird people in the world that you hear about these stories and you're just like, man, that's fake, that would never happen. But then as I'm getting older, I'm just like, that would happen. People are crazy, bruh. But I'm appreciative that I'm in college, debt-free in terms of school debt. And so I'm just like grateful for that. I'm excited to go into my master's program or potentially a PhD program and just meet like-minded people and turn into a successful woman who is so educated that when you talk to her, you're just like, dang, she's smart as hell. And so I don't want to interact with any more ignorant people. Not even dumb people, but ignorant people. That's the worst type of people.
But yeah, that's all I had to say. I know this video's long. I know you guys are probably not going to watch all of this, but yeah, I never met any of y'all, but I hope that y'all continue your journey and do really well and eat life up, because like life is always going to be hard, but you got to make the most of it, like, period. And so yeah, that's it.